we're going to do that to make it less messy. I'm just going to grab a lid and grate it. Grate my soap. Now, if you have like a little left, be careful, because when I used to make the homemade washing powder, I took my thumb skin off twice. So we're just going to do this until this whole bar is grated. So I would say it take about 20 to 30 minutes to make. It's best to do it when your kids are like away, you have some quiet time, or they're taking naps, because it can get messy. I have about 2.5 hours, so I raise at school, and about 30 to 40 minutes while Ivory's taking a nap. The grater definitely works better than having a hand cut, because your hands will get cramped up. I just love how this smells. Smells so good. I hope everybody enjoyed this recipe. I tweaked it. I changed it because some of it didn't have a scent. But if you guys want to know some tips with this recipe, it cleans Kool-Aid out really good. Like a lot of stains it clean. I don't know about wine stains because I don't drink wine. We don't drink, so I didn't have any wine to test it on, but it works well for blood, menstrual cycles, accidents. It works really well for that. Pee stains, and if you have some baby food stains, if you're go ahead and soak it in with one of the pods. It seemed to clean the clothes really good. I like the scent. See, this arm work too. Ooh, Lord Jesus. I'm going to let my left hand be my friend. Just go a little bit slower because I'm not left-handed, but my carpet turner is acting up. Doing it all by myself on my right hand. Probably, instead of working my arm, let my hand, let this one hold it, and then this one, do it like this. Much better. I would suggest doing it this way. Hold the bar, but be careful. Don't let it get too close to your skin, and then just keep rotating as it gets lower. You don't have to use this little whole little crew. Whatever you have left. My son is obsessed with using these little mini soaps. They come in the bath bombs. They're like about this size. If I'm not going to cut my hand. I pray I don't. So that's all I'm going to do. I left this much because I don't trust my hand. Just dump that off. Then you want to take, so I got about this much, plus what I have on the table. Put my bucket down. You're going to see me do this a lot. Just sweep it in. Okay, so our soap is grated. So you're going to need a storing container, but I don't have to use this one since I'm making double batches. I'm going to use something larger, which I have is our, we can actually go through more than this is 56. We can go through 2 of these within 2 weeks. So this is like $20 just for 112 pods. So I'm going to just pour the rest. Why we have so many left over is because I went into testing the homemade pot, so I didn't want to interfere with using the other ones. So we're just going to use this big container. You can take the what's the name off, but I ain't going to do that right now. But you need a storing container. You need ice trays. For this recipe, you need about four to five ice cube trays, depending on the size of them. And yeah, that's what you need. So we're going to get started. I'm going to put so as I told you, you guys need a half a cup of the Oxi-Clean. So I got half a cup of that. And I still have about a half a cup and 1/3 left. So I can get another two batches made of that, it seems to be. You're going to need a cup of Borax, which will be in a white box if you guys buy it from the store. You're going to need a cup of that. You're going to measure it off. Make sure it's level. You don't want to be all falling over. Measure off flat. So that I have 1.5 cups, so I use 2 cups because math. You need a cup. You're going to do washing soda. Doesn't matter how you put the dry ingredients in. So I'm going to use 1.5 cups. And I can get about 2 more loaves out of this. The powder may be in clumps. Okay. So yeah. So I got 1 cup of that. Set that to the side. I mixed all my ingredients in here. I just have to add my scent beads. I'm just going to use 1/3 of a cup of the scent beads. So, and I can get 1 more batch. So you can get 3 batches if you use the 1/3 of a cup scent beads from Dollar Tree. Now, if you buy the lavender doesn't have as much as the fresh scent one. And I'm going to put on my glove. Put my glove on, and I'm just going to mixture this in. It smells so good. This is a low sub washing pot, so it's really good for those people who have fancy washers right now. That doesn't take too much subs, can ruin the mess up the washer. You don't want a lot of subs. A lot of subs is not what cleans the your clothes. It's what you use. And I've learned with making them, a lot of subs can ruin washers than help your clothes. So that's what I like. So I got a good full bucket. So you got a good mixture. So we're going to take our vinegar. We're going to use a half a cup, which I told you guys we may actually use all of this in this batch. You're going to slowly, don't mind that it's fizzing up. You're going to just go in and start mixing. I kind of like the texture. If you know how when you go outside, the snow, just fresh snow, and it's like a beginner snowball. This is kind of what the texture you want it to be. And you want to make sure you're getting the corners and picking up all the flour. See, I have a lot of product left. Get in there and get all that. You see how it's clumpy? I like a little bit more whole because it can, like this, it still breaks off a lot. So you want a little bit more vinegar. So I'm going to measure out and see if I'm exactly right. I am. So In my recipe, you use 1.5 cups of vinegar, 1.5 cup, and then 1/3 of a cup to get the texture out I want to get. Don't mind the foams. That's okay. It's going to foam up because it's just a reaction to everything that's in here. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. See? Looks more like kinetic sand. But a lot of recipes don't tell you exactly how much vinegar to use. You kind of have to play with it. So I'm kind of happy I figured I did 3 to 4 batches so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So that's that. And you just get that little wetness, which is good. So we're done making that. So what am I going to do with all this little extraness on my name? I'm going to dump it in with the other ingredients. Cleanup is easy. It's messy, but cleanup is normally easy with me. Don't use soap to clean up the table. You're just going to use get a hot rag and wash down, but do 2 to 3 coats wash down, especially if your kids eat at the table. And now we're going to go and put our gloves back on. And I want to mix that extraness that I just added in with this batch. So where's that scoop? This may help out a little more better. So if you get that little Dollar Tree brand, this scoop may help you a lot more. You just go with scoop. Yeah, I'm loving this. I tried to do this last night, but Ivy Girl, I was holding Ivy Girl, and she was not having it. So much better. Get a scoop, y'all. And we're just going to you may have to knock some of this off, but that's okay. You're going to use it and put it in the other, what's your name? Got all that done. Just take your finger in and get the rest of that out. And we're going to just start pushing down. Now, if you have an overflow of this, you don't want to overflow. Because you're going to have like a lot of crust when it's time to pop them out. So just go around and take that overflow out. I normally move it to the next one and then keep moving it. And you want to press down until it doesn't shift. Because when you press with your finger, you'll know if there's air under there, because it will shift the pot. And I normally just take the rest of the excess, move it on to press it into the next pot. So right now I'm saving us $40 a month on washing pods. And the little liquid ones, we normally go through 4 a month. And they're around, what, $5 each? The little finger's gonna hurt, so. But this one has too much in there, so I just have to shift it. I may not have to use the other pot, but that's okay. start using your thumb. Use your thumb more. Your fingers will hurt less. The mess. Let's pause this. So I finished cleaning up the table, and so you want to let these sit for 24 hours. So until the next day, I only got one additional pot out of this one, which that is okay. So that's an additional 26 pods left. And I just store this one here. Now with these pods, you want to put them on top, and I'm using cold water, and they work just as well with cold water. It's already starting to work. Milk. And then that's that. And that's your pods. Let's start. Thank you guys for watching my video. I hope to post the dishwashing pods soon, or do a review, find a recipe, see if I like the recipe, tweak the recipe, let you guys know how it works, and from there. So thanks guys.